You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, ladies and gays. This is the Real Pineapple. This is your humble host, Hunter here. Hope you're enjoying your Halloween season. So, I fell behind a little bit. We'll see if I get to 31 reviews. I think I can. But I've got another review for the Real Scary series. Today we're doing Scream 4, which is directed by Wes Craven once again, and this one is written by Kevin Williamson, who wrote the original, of course. So it's really interesting. His career is quite Kevin Williamson's is quite fascinating because he does Scream. He wrote for the Vampire Diaries, which I actually did not know, and the Vampire Diaries at its peak is actually pretty great. I think people are a little harsh to Vampire Diaries considering Nina Dobrev, got off the show. I think 2 seasons before it ended, something like that. So, but Vampire Diaries is a lot of fun. But he, of course, did Scream, Scream 2. I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is pretty good. The Faculty fucking rules. I think The Faculty is great. And then he also did Teaching Mrs. Tingle before doing Scream 3 and Scream 4. So yeah, I'm a fan of him. Cursed. He did a Cursed with that's one with Christina Ricci, if memory serves. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I've heard it's not great, but I'm a huge Christina Ricci fan, so yeah, what are you gonna do? But after the abomination, and I mean this, the fucking nation that is Scream 3, we're back on the good foot, as us black folks say. I dug this a lot. I think that if Scream 5 didn't hit me emotionally in the way that it did, that this might be my favorite, my second favorite one. But I love Scream 5, and the more I watch Scream 5 and 6, the more I kind of mess with my ratings. I might like them more than the original by the time it's all said and done, but we'll get there. So we once again return to Woodsboro. We are joined once again by Sidney Prescott, played by the gorgeous, the sexy, the talented, the charismatic, one of my favorite actresses ever in Neve Campbell. But to try to move on, I have to say that is one thing about these movies that always just kind of makes me laugh is, man, Sidney cannot escape how just shitty people are. Outside of just wanting to kill her, but the way that people gaslight her into going, it's your fault. It's like, she's just trying to live. Like, goddamn, leave her alone. But Sydney has written a self-help book to try to go ahead and move past this, and it's selling well and everything, which I was like, that's good. I'm happy that Sydney has some actual fucking happiness. And I will say too, seeing her and Dewey reunite, there's something about David Arquette and Neve Campbell. It feels like a very brother sister relationship. But I mean that off screen too. It just seems like they truly enjoy each other's company, so that when Sydney and Dewey go ahead and whenever they reunite, you really feel like it's a big deal. And I love how the movies actually play that up. I love David Arquette. Like, as a wrestling fan, I still remember when he won the WCW title and how, I'll be real, there have been way worse world champions than David Arquette, cough, Jinder Mahal. But I respect David Arquette a lot, and I respect what he has done in wrestling as far as going back into wrestling and actually having these matches with Nick Gage and being willing to take these bumps and hurt himself, even though he is a Hollywood actor and doesn't need to be a pro wrestler. But I give David Arquette all the credit in the world, and I love him in these fucking movies. It actually makes me more upset that he wasn't allowed to be more of a dramatic actor, because if you haven't listened to the review, it's on the channel. That movie Spree, that what's his name, Steve from Stranger Things, I think it's Joe Kearney. I can never remember his last name. I feel like it's Kearney or Kinney, but he's good in that. He's not in the movie a ton, but David Arquette can be a really good, great dramatic actor, and I wish he was allowed to show that more. Joe Keery, that's what it is. I was like, I know I'm close, but yeah. So Sydney is back. She's once again stalked by Ghostface, and what we found out, obviously, from the third film is, if you don't have there be two Ghostface killers, for some reason the quality just dips dips tremendously. So going into Scream 4, I went, okay, there's going to be two Ghostfaces. Like, there has to be two. But this is where the movies definitely feel like you're wise to the game. And so they do a really good job of just giving you these red herrings that make you kind of go, okay, maybe this person, maybe they're working with this person. And the films actually become more intense because you know that going in. And to be able to kind of unironically write yourself into that corner after Scream 3 and still being able to persevere and make 3 other great Scream films after it, it's really impressive, and I have to give Kevin Williamson his props on that, because again, Scream 3, if you listen to the review, it's short for a reason, because I fucking hate Scream 3. It bothers me that Scream 3 exists, and I understand there's a shit with Columbine and all of that. I get that, but my fucking god, I hate Scream 3. So it's really nice to get back to form with this one. So I'm just going to go through a couple things I really enjoyed about this. I dug the hell out of the opening scene, being a parody of itself and poking fun at Saw. It's always great to see Anna Paquin and Kristen Bell. I'm so happy Kristen Bell and Anna Paquin, they're doing pretty well for themselves. But it was really cool to see them pre, Good Place and True Blood, and being like, oh, that's right, this. I had no idea that they're even in this, but their opening sequence is quite a bit of fun. So I will say too, this is kind of where Ghostface started to feel more like an asshole, and I appreciate that, because in Scream 6, you see Ghostface using a fucking shotgun, shoots a guy in the fucking face, but I appreciate on the whole, what's your favorite scary movie? That whole shit, how the person rightfully so just goes, yeah, I'm gonna hang up on you, fuck you. And Ghostface just snaps, goes, you hang up on me, I'll gut you like a fucking fish. I went, whoa, that's an aggressive reaction, but okay, fair point. Point Ghostface. I actually like that we get a Ghostface that is more aggressive and is unapologetic about it. There's something a little more sinister to Ghostface, outside of 2, I would say, obviously, but I thought Ghostface, one of the biggest problems with Ghostface in Scream 3, or the biggest problem with Ghostface in Scream 3, is that I didn't give a fuck about who he killed outside of Dewey or was trying to kill outside of Dewey or Sydney. Everyone on that film set on the Stab movie, I went, oh, you're all fucking terrible. I don't feel bad for any of y'all. So when Ghostface started killing people, I went, oh, shrug. Who gives a shit? Good, you totally deserve to die. But there are several things that this film does really well that I gotta give it props for. The fact that the way to get Sydney back to Woodsboro, because that does become part of the challenge of, why would this woman ever come back to this fucking town, considering how cruel and evil the people in the town are to her. But her going back there for a book tour does make sense given the history that she has with the town. I also love her agent, who's played by Alison Brie. Of course, from Community and Promising Young Woman, Get Hard, Glow, which if you haven't watched Glow, you should definitely watch Glow on Netflix. It's a great fucking show. Love Alison Brie. But you don't see Alison Brie play a bitch too often, and she's a total bitch in the movie. Just all about the bottom line, all about selling books, doesn't care about the danger that Sydney is in any way, shape, or form. There's a there's a point where Sydney straight up asked her, "Have you even read the book?" And without missing a beat, she goes, "Well, I was waiting for them to make a movie about it." It's like, oh, you fucking bitch! Like you can't even read a book. You can't even read the book for a book that you're promoting. You fucking asshole! It's fucking great. It's a great fucking scene, and her death scene is maybe my favorite in the movie. The tension in that parking garage. It's so fucking cool the way that scene is handled, and yeah, oh, love that scene. Love that scene. So a couple other things I just want to throw out real quick. Courtney Cox is great in these movies. What is frustrating is I think that with Gale, we see Gale grow at points. Like by the end of Scream 2, you feel like, okay, Gale is, on this different trajectory. And then Scream 3 is like, no, fuck that. She didn't change. Ha 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 ha. Like, and it feels like they don't know how much they want to change Gale at points. I think they get a better handle on it from Scream 4 forward. But that was always kind of this frustrating bit for me where I wish you guys would kind of make up your mind on her. But I do really like what they do with Gale and Dewey here, and as far as establishing their relationship and where they're at. And there's a scene where Gale almost gets killed, and I have to admit they kind of had me. I was like, oh shit, she's done. And so they do a really good job with that, but again, the inconsistencies on how they kind of handle Gale as far as how she is moving forward is a bit frustrating. But they kind of start to right the ship here with this one. God, Scream 3 fucked up so much. Oh my god. So, okay. I've also been a big fan. I've been a big fan of Hayden Panettiere, who makes her series debut in this film playing Kirby. I'm a huge fan of hers. And I just gotta say, her playing this cinephile does so much for me. I kept sitting there biting my lip like, God damn, she's so hot in this. And she's very well horror versed as far as the films she watches. And there's this there's this little subplot with her and this guy Robbie, played by Eric Knudsen. You probably know him most likely from he was in Beastly. That's right. Oh, Jesus Christ. And he was in Saw 2. Not that Saw 2. Actually, no, never mind. That's Saw 2. But there's this really fun will they, won't they with them that I really liked. And I was so sad when Robbie got killed by one of the ghost faces. I was really pissed by that. But Hayden Panettiere, she's someone that I really hope gets to do more shit, because she just seems fun, and it seems like she's kind of finding her groove as far as the role she wants to go ahead and take on. But I'm such a fan of hers. I'd love to see her getting her A24 neon bag. She could nail something like Ingrid Goes West. She could nail something like that. I'd love to see her get more into like dark comedies and stuff like that, some more indie stuff. But yeah, huge fan of hers, and I'm really happy that she's as awesome in this as she is. It makes me want to see more of the character moving forward. So you'll notice I haven't mentioned Emma Roberts yet, and I'll be real, outside of being the niece of Julia Roberts, I've never really gotten it with Emma Roberts. I've just never understood why she's a thing. I know that she's on like, even watching her on like Scream Queens and like what was that show that she used to, that Nickelodeon show, Unfabulous, I think. Just I'd see her and stuff. And okay, so you remember when Victorious came out, and Victoria Justice, like, they were very much like Victoria Justice, but then you hear Ariana Grande sing. Even back then, I remember when I heard Ariana Grande sing, I looked at my sisters. I was like, I was like, that's the worst thing they could have done, because Ariana Grande is a much better singer and is much more charismatic and is now, one of the most popular pop stars on the fucking planet now. I never got that from Emma Roberts, like at any point. And I've seen stuff she's done. Even We're the Millers, like she's the weak link in We're the Millers. Like she is the fourth funniest out of the group. But whether it's Valentine's Day, whether it's Nancy Drew, whether it's Nerve with Dave Franco, she just always seems so to me, just so painfully average. And this is the first time I actually felt like she had some teeth to her performance, but that immediately gives away that she's going to be Ghostface, because the moment she's talking to Neve Campbell, she's like, "Oh my god, so good to see you." I went, "Oh yeah, you're acting like you don't want to just stab her through the head right now." And so when she's revealed to be the main Ghostface, I went, yeah, I called this, 15 minutes in. And let me be clear, just because you can call a twist doesn't mean the twist isn't well executed, because this twist, as far as the reasoning, might be the reasoning that ages the best out of all the Scream films, because it's very much in that TikTok, I want my 15 minutes of fame realm that so many people seek out now in 2023. So I found that really interesting, kind of similar to Scream 6 as well, but we'll get there. But I really dug that logic in particular, and her death. Oh my god, Jill's death fucking rules. I was so happy when she got killed. So I can't even be mad at it from that perspective. But yeah, Emma Roberts is just such a nothing actress to me, and I don't get it. There are just certain people, where they become famous and you go, why? And outside of, nepotism, I do not understand why she's a thing. Oh yeah, she does sing. Oh yeah, she's an aquamarine. Yeah, and JoJo's better than that, and she's a better singer and a better, yeah. Why is Emma Roberts? Anyways, but getting my final thoughts here, I dug the hell out of this movie. It's my, pulling up my Scream rankings here on my Letterboxd. It's my third favorite Scream movie. I actually have it above the original. In case you don't follow me on Letterboxd, but I will post that in the description. But for me, it goes Scream 2. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking here? It goes Scream, it goes Scream 2, and then it goes Scream, the 2022 version, Scream 4, OG Scream, Scream 6, Scream 3. So 2, 5, 4. So 2, 5, 4, 1, 6, 3. There you go. But yeah, I dug the hell out of this. This is so much freaking fun. This is a solid A for me. I enjoyed this so much, and you should definitely check these out. Like, I know probably most of the listeners at this point have seen all the Scream movies, but if you haven't, you need to. They are such a fucking blast. So yeah, check them out. But yeah, this is a solid A for me. Do I want to go A+? I'm like sitting here thinking about it. No. I'm staying by my A. I'm stand by my A. Yeah, no. It's an A. But everyone, Scream 4. Have you seen it? What'd you think of it? Let us know in the comments. You can follow yours truly. You can follow me on all of the social medias. If you go on linktr.ee/jhunterrealpineapple. You can follow me on Blue Sky at realpineapple.bsky.social. Shoot me an email. Let me know what you think of the show. If you have any interview requests, you have a question for the show, you can shoot me an email at jhunter@therealpineapple.com. That's REEL Pineapple. You can follow me on TikTok at jhunterrealpineapple. You can follow me on Letterboxd at Black Shazam. You can follow me on the Twitter at jhunterrealpineapple. Don't forget to like both our Facebook pages at The Real Pineapple and Real Pineapple Games. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/jhunterrealpineapple. I think I'm going to finally hop on Twitch in the next couple days and pop my Twitch cherry. I am terrified, but I think I'm going to be able to make that leap here. I think I'm going to do it on Halloween, but I will let y'all know. But everyone, thank you so much for listening. We've got reviews coming up here for November. God, I've got quite a few. Gonna have reviews for Killers of the Flower Moon. Gonna have reviews up for Past Lives. Reviews up for the Marvels. I'm really excited to go see that. But yeah, gonna be getting back to the theater and checking out some new stuff. But everyone, thank you so much for listening. Stay safe, take care of each other. Go get your COVID booster and your flu shot. We're heading those cold months. I want you all to stay safe. But again, thank you for support, everyone, and don't forget, as always, to keep it real.